Hello, everyone. A very warm welcome to all of you. My name is Alpana Sagwal. I handle the post sales marketing activities for Springer Nature for India and South Asia. First of all, I would like to start by thanking all the conference organizers, especially Dr. Kunur, and for giving us this opportunity to actually present our products. And this conference has been really great. The topic was fantastic, and so I'm really happy to be a part of it. So this I've been given like 10 to 15 minutes slot, and this is a purely product presentation. And I really wish that you all come to know about our product Springer Nature has to offer. So not really spending much time. Let me just move ahead and let you though most of you would be aware of Springer Nature, I'm pretty sure, but just to give you an idea, Springer and Nature were two different entities before 2015, and in May of 2015 the merger between these two publishers happened. That's how we became Springer Nature, and we have an umbrella of offerings for you because these two giant publishers joined hands. This was a major milestone in the publishing industry as well. So Springer Nature, the legacy they have is like 178 years old organizations, approximately both of them, and so purely we are into three divisions, we should say: research, education, and professional, which you can see on the screens. And the research, I'll be talking about the research part today, wherein we offer you the journals, the books, the healthcare products, the databases, and the services, etc. This is a slide we all are very proud of. You can see that we are market leaders in many of these divisions, I can say. And from the research side, we are number one in the top impact factor journals, while we are number two in the number of journal articles. But in the impact factor journals, high impact factor, we are number one. So these are all the market positions that we have been able to gather in the past years through our quality products that we offer to you. Now, I'll purely come inside the research portfolio because my idea today is to actually tell you about the entire portfolio that we have. I understand that everything is on the website, but still it sometimes it becomes very difficult to figure out. So this presentation actually talks about, it's just a 10 to 12 minutes presentation. I'll try to finish in that time. We'll actually talk about what all is there for you to for us, what all we are offering to all of you, and maybe which is apt for you as per your research and academic needs. So broadly, our research portfolio is divided into four categories. We have to offer to you journals, ebooks, databases, and research services. And I like to touch base upon these products. So I'll not read these bullet points here because I want to take you inside these products. So let me just start with the journals. So when I say journals, our journal portfolio is an essential resource for researchers, as written on the slides. As a leading publisher, we have a lot of journals for you to offer because now Springer and Nature are two entities joining hands. So we have journals from Springer, we have journals from Nature, and with Nature came Palgrave Macmillan. So we have the management journals from Palgrave also. We have ADAS journals. So you see the pointers written here. We have a lot of journals to offer to you. And talking about specifically about the types of journals that we have, so let me start by Springer journals. Springer journals are in various ranges. We have 2,900 plus Springer journals, and there are close to Springer Open. There are extensive 230 plus open access journals also from Springer, and all these journals are available on link.springer.com. The good part is there are many high impact factor Springer journals also, and I think Springer journals are being read by all the all the academics in the country who are actually doing research, or maybe also for their academic work. So, and the range of subject areas varies not only for STM, like Springer, I think it was known earlier as an STM publisher, but now we have a lot to offer in the humanities area also. And these 2,900 journals, they are from across subject areas. If I talk about these subject areas, you see, you can just name a discipline and it is there. So we have journals in mathematics, computer science, engineering, physics, biomedical and life sciences, chemistry, behavioral science. So this is a good balance from STM, science, technology, medicine, and humanities and social sciences. Now, quickly coming on to the second category, that is ADIS journals. These are very, what should I say, premier collection of very highly focused medical journals focusing on the drugs. And this is a package of 30 plus journals, which are very highly being bought by our corporates also. This talks about drugs, and there are 14 open access journals also for which are drug based. You see, these are the areas which they cover, mostly pharmacologists, biomedicine people who are doing experiments in biomedicine, etc. And these are the topics that are being covered in these 30 EDIS journals. Very high quality journals these are. Then moving on to the next category, Palgrave Macmillan journals. As I said, because of Nature coming up, the Palgrave group came up with us, and we have an offering for you, which is purely in the area of business, economics, political science, social science, humanities, high quality content. In fact, later I'll talk about a little bit about archives also. So Palgrave archive journals are also very, very renowned and known for in this management field. So we have 55 journals in this area in the Palgrave journals that we have. And you see, these are the areas which it is covering, the topics and the disciplines: international business, marketing, macroeconomics, economic development, you name. These are the budding areas where research is happening, where studies are happening. So we have journals in all these areas. Then we have BMC journals. This is totally open access because we vouch for being the pioneer in the open access publishing. I think Springer was the first one to talk about open access, and now the world is talking about it, and we are very proud to be contributing in this area. And there is this site BMC. There are 300 plus journals which are purely open access, mainly in biology and medicine areas. So I would request you all to go and have a look on, just type in BMC journals, and you can see all the open access journals in this area. Then comes academic journals on nature.com. With Nature coming in, Nature has two kind of journals. One is Nature branded. I'm sure many of the scientists, many of the researchers here who are listening to me would be very much acquainted with Nature journals, because Nature journal usually start with the Nature branding, like we call Nature medicine, Nature physics, Nature catalysis, Nature synthesis, etc. But I mean, I'm not sure how many of you are aware of this fact that Nature do have another category of journals which are published in collaboration with societies, which we call academic journals on nature.com. So they might not be starting with Nature, not Nature branded, but they're equally high in quality, original research in the clinical life sciences and the physical sciences. So we have 40 subscription journals in this kitty and 20 open access journals in this. And they have, to name a few, we have oncogene, leukemia, etc. in this, and covering the topical and the cutting edge research. Then, as I was talking about the other category in Nature journals, which is the Nature branded journals, Nature portfolio journals. Now, so Nature portfolio journals, the first of its kind is Nature, which is the flagship product, and we vouch for the highest impact factor in the interdisciplinary area. That is Nature. Then we have Nature portfolio journals, which has the review research journals, 35 in number, and then we have some review journals also, which are 22 in number. And the areas which Nature journals are covering are biomedical life sciences, chemistry, physics, medicine, health, neuroscience, behavior, earth and environmental sciences, social sciences, all of it is covered. So the Nature doesn't only cover the public primary research, but it is also giving you the review journals as well. Talking a little more about these three types which I just discussed. So Nature is a flagship product founded in 1869. It is a weekly journal, and it covers the entire interdisciplinary area. So must read for any researcher, I should say. Then we have Nature research journals, which are like some of the titles you can see on the screen: Nature cell biology, Nature plants, Nature catalysis, Nature food, etc. And later we have Nature review journals, which are review high quality, which have they show the reviews of the already published content. These are the Nature. Now, one thing which which we all really vouch about and we boost also and we are proud of is that Nature, with Nature, the scientists can all tell that it is the quality content that you're reading. And Nature is now into very niche areas as well, because we feel that today research is going on, as much as it is going on interdisciplinary, it is also very niche in the areas. So Nature gives a home for each kind of the discipline that you are actually working or maybe studying. So we do come up with this idea that every year we do launch new journals. So you can see a list of journals being launched every year on the screen right now. So from 2015 to 2022, what all new areas Nature has come up with, and we have dedicated team of in-house editors for each of these journals. And Nature, we never compromise on the quality of this article, which of the manuscripts or the articles that have been getting published. And in 2022, these three journals have already been launched: Cardiovascular Research, Reviews, Psychology, and Nature Synthesis. So that was about Nature. And yes, as with other brands and imprints, Springer, BMC, etc., Nature also has 32 open access journals in our portfolio. So I would invite you to go on our websites, nature.com and Springer Link, to get a hang of all these journals that we have to offer to you. Okay, then we have Scientific American. This is a magazine that was first published in 1845, a legacy magazine, and it features the cutting edge articles written by those who had a hand in the work, like Nobel scientists, the articles from those. I think this is one magazine which even the today's school children should also be reading about, because it talks a lot about the science, what's happening new, and it is very widely read in the West, and now it's gaining momentum a lot in the East as well. So this is one that we have. Now, all these journals I've talked about, Springer journals, and I've talked about the Nature journals, the Edis journals, the Palgrave journals, all of it also have a collection called archives. And why archives are needed? Many of you who are like researchers and scientists, they already know that there are some hard to find articles, journals. So it's very important that we have all of those digitized. So Springer has dated back from I think 1854, I guess. All of it, what was published with Springer, is being digitized, and it's being offered as a product called archives, which is a one-time selling, and it's a perpetual access. So benefit for librarians is that it completes their library, it completes their holdings. And benefit for researchers, as you can see, if you have any kind of, you want to know historical precedences that support the current theories, if you want to read what's happened to particular topic data, back in time. So archives is one thing that should be for you. So every we have, I'll not really go detail about these archives, but just to hovering over the slides, we have Springer journal archives for 1,000+ journals. We have nature archives for nature, as well as for the all the nature journals. Yeah. Then even for the Palgrave Macmillan, we have Palgrave Macmillan archives dating back to 1941. And for Aegis Journal, also we have the archives. For Scientific American, also we have the archives. Even for the academic journals and the nature portfolio, we have all the archive packages. So, in the interest of time, I'm really not going inside the archives, and let me start, the topic of ebooks, which I would like to develop on for a couple of 2-3 more minutes, which I have at hand. Okay, so ebooks, Springer Nature is, we boost about our ebooks, and what we are called as the largest ebook publisher, and it's not wrong. It is a fact. I think we have, if you go to Springer link.springer.com, we have close to 293,000 books. Now, I'm not saying all of them are English, but close to 2 lakh plus books are English language books in various areas. So we have a good portfolio of imprints across subject areas. And as a publisher, we can guarantee you comprehensive access to peer reviewed research. So even our ebooks are peer reviewed. The books that we publish are peer reviewed, and they all are accessible on springerlink.com. I should not say springerlink.com, it's link.springer.com. And even if you're an author with us, so your book gets a home on our page. And I would invite authors, especially, to go on the platform and see how your book is being kept there, with all the data, with all the metrics that are useful for any reader. So that's how the interfaces are being made. Now, the books provide critical content, yes, because we really worry about the quality. We have many editors at Springer who are really working on ground with where the research is going, and they try to commission books. They try to speak to authors. They try to speak to seniors in the academia, where if they are interested in any topic, etc. Then, if I talk about volume, on an average, 12,000 books are published annually, which makes it 30 books per day that's getting published without hampering the quality. And breadth, so you see, I was telling you, in the journals we have coverage for 11 subject collection, but for books we have gone a little further. We have 21 subject collections across science, technology, medicine, and humanities and social sciences. Now, if I tell you, the subject areas, you see, science, technology, medicine, these are the subject collections that we have, and humanities and social sciences, these are the subject collections we have. You see it here, and I don't think there's any publisher who can offer such high quality across books, across discipline, all in one place. You name your subject and it will be there. Now, till now, we were actually offering only the subject collection wise our ebooks, but seeing the pandemic, so the company, actually the organization, decided to even come up with new models. Now we have evidence based models also. So if you want evidence models, or maybe title model also, where you can get some titles from various areas, you can even do that. So if you want more information, I will give you the contact details at the end, which you where you can always write us an email or send us a query. So comprehensive access, all our books are DRM free. When I say DRM free, as a publisher, we do not restrict you to the number of downloads. There is free availability of being concurrent users. Then the ebooks are available in various formats. We have a PDF format. You can download the entire book at one go. You can even download separate chapters. There's a EPUB format also for ebooks. All our books, almost all the books have EPUB format, which is like a more multimedia format, which makes it easier for you to read a book. And then there are various types of books available in any collection. You have monographs, CDs, textbooks, briefs, proceedings, handbooks, references. All these kind of books are part of the collection that we form. We are always connected to our customer. We have been also publishing open access books. So there are 1,000+ open access books also on the platform that you can go and see. And the user experience for reading these, discoverability, we are constantly improving, but the metadata is highly indexed, even to the chapter level. You can always go and key in some keywords and see a lot of good quality results that the platform has to offer to you. The platform, I've been talking a lot about link.springer.com. So this is what it is. For nature journals, you have to go to nature.com. For Springer journals, for Springer ebooks, and for Palgrave and ADIS also, you have to go to link.springer.com. So please note these URLs. These are very important if you want to just go on and just browse our content that we have to offer. And just go on to our librarians page, springernature.com/librarians, and there's a lot of information there. This is especially for the librarians, actually, where you can set up alerts, where there are new blogs coming up, where, latest topics about library are being discussed. So I really would like to humbly invite all the librarians, especially, to this page, which is springernature.com/librarian. Just type that on Google, and you will see you have a lot to read here. And if you get stuck anywhere in any of the processes, so all the links and the contact person's details are also mentioned here. So this is like a help for the libraries. And my last leg, which I'll just take another minute, is databases and solutions. All right. So apart from ebooks, journals, we do have databases also. The databases are these are actually solutions created for these researchers who want any information very quickly and very easily. So these are curated databases that are offering. So here on the screen you see we have four kinds of such kinds. ADIS Insight, this is a pharma platform, where the pharma people get information about clinical trials, new drugs coming up, safety, commercial deals and patents, etc. Then we have Springer Nature experiments. You see, for the people, for the scientists who are conducting experiments, so to go all together and conduct steps from scratch, it's really a task. But this experiments platform, it gives you the nature methods, Springer protocols, Springer methods, and this also there's I think disease primer, which is part of this experiments model. Now, what it does is it gives you all the experiments that have happened in the past and what are the steps to follow this. So maybe you can start from that and then build up your research. Similarly, we have Springer protocols, more protocols per topic, and covers very, very niche areas. And lastly, we have Springer materials. So Springer materials is, whenever a scientist or any biomedical and whosoever are conducting experiments, the biotechnology people, sometimes, you would like to know how a particular material is behaving in a particular environment. What are the type of properties? So all that information, it's a curated database. And if I am not really taking much of a time, I really like to show this, especially the Springer materials database to you. So, these are the material types which are covered in this database. So, any metals, alloys, ceramics, glasses, polymers, composites, you can find out the properties of these materials. What kind of properties? The physical, chemical, structural, mechanical, etc. You see here. So it is the largest curated material science database. And what are the features and benefits? You see how many 3,000 plus chemical properties you can find out of 290,000 plus materials. And it also has an interactive platform where you can see 3D structures of the formulas, etc. And it's getting regularly updated also. And what are the databases we are using? The classical Landor Bonston series, then MISI or Eureka. These are the sources which are being used to make this database and curated. And content type, you can see here you have normal search results, then phase diagrams, crystal structure, data tables, material profiles, etc. So this is Springer materials. And I was also talking about Springer experiments, which is this one. So you have nature protocols, nature methods, nature reviews, method primers, and Springer protocols all in one place, which is called Springer Nature Experiments. So, as far as the products are concerned, I think I took approximately 15 minutes of time, and that is all from my side as far as the products from Springer Nature are concerned. If you have any queries and if you would like to know more about any of it, these are the two local contacts. Mr. Rajanish, he is the licensing manager for South and Sri Lanka. He heads all the sales activities for South India and Sri Lanka. He'll be very happy to assist you. And the second is me. I handle marketing for India and South Asia. Please note our email IDs, and you can anytime drop us an email. Thank you so very much. It was a pleasure to be here.